Hello, everybody. What is up? It is May 11th, 2024. My daily report says things like this. It was a good day. We got to the airport around 11. There was some cloudy, soupy activity this morning, but by the time it was time for us to have our plane, things had brightened up, some might say. We ended up changing planes at the last minute. Not really important to the purpose of this video, but by the time we taxied over to the run-up area and completed our run-up, we had realized that not only had runway 2810 been closed for real reasons, like I think they're going to do some maintenance on it for like the next week, but also because there was some issue with a plane, or I don't know, like I didn't see any fire or anything, but runway 17 left and 35 right were also closed. So that means every plane trying to take off or land at the busiest general aviation airport in the nation was using one 7,100-foot runway. I've never landed or flown any of those corporate jets, but you prefer 10,000 feet instead of 7. I mean, I would, but I don't know what I'm doing, so who cares? Anyway, while we were doing the run-up, they did get the other runway cleared, so we were able to take off on 17 left to the south. And we decided to go out to the practice area southeast of Parker, and I learned some new stuff, everybody. I did a couple power off and power on stalls, and then we learned steep turns. Now a steep turn, a normal turn is like 30 degrees, okay, 30. A steep turn is 45 degrees, 45. So you have to like a lot of back pressure, potentially use more power because you're not allowed to really lose altitude. Well, your boy Mortgage Mike is maybe a steep turn natural. No, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I was very happy. Bonnie was very complimentary. So we got that one checked off. And then we did slips. What's a slip, you ask? Well, that's a good question. I wish I had Bonnie's super cool. Oh, watch. Okay, here is a plane that my friend got me and I put together because it's legit. So a slip, a normal landing, you're going to come down like this, ooh, and then flare at the bottom and go. Well, a slip is I am too high and I need to get down faster, but I don't want to pick up airspeed. So what your little planey does, now obviously, just keep in mind, is we'll pretend this is, well, you don't really care, this isn't a lesson. Essentially, instead of going straight down, you kick a rudder one way or the other, usually to point your plane into the wind is your friend, and you come in like this and you drop altitude like it's going out of style. So we practice that, but not near the ground, because, you know, we like our lives. So you go kick rudder, pitch for 70, drop altitude, recover, figure out where you're at with your VASI and your PAPI lights there at the bottom. So we did that. And then we did unusual attitudes, Bonnie called it. And I'm sure that's what it's called. I'm not saying it. I think she made it up. But I kind of chuckled because I was like, you sound like a lot of my teachers back in the day. That Mike, he's got some unusual attitudes. But what it really is you wear these foggles that I told you about before, right? Where you can't see outside and you can only see the instruments. And then she says, put your head down into your lap and close your eyes. And you're like, I don't know, you didn't even, like, this seems uncomfortable. And so you do it because she's the boss. And then she moves the plane in a way, like you could be angle, you could be banking, you could be going up or down. And then she says, recover it. And you have to know, what do I do with the throttle? What do I have to do with the alignment? What do I have to do? I mean, all the terms again, right? Like, I know I'm messing stuff up, but give me some grace. And then you come back to normal. Whew. And I'm like, why would you ever need to do this? And she goes, well, what if you dropped your pen? I was like, all right. So you drop your pen, you go to find it, you come up, and all of a sudden your plane is cattywampus. Well, first of all, I think that's some very poor, I think you need more pens. That's the only thing. But kidding aside, it was a good lesson. We were up there for 2.3 hours, came back to Centennial, landed a little flat. I know, Bonnie, I know. I don't know how to fix it necessarily, but I am aware. And then did our debrief. and ended up going our separate ways. We were supposed to have 2 flights today, realized that was a lot for me to learn and probably a lot for her to teach a guy like me. So we were just feeling like, maybe that's good for the week. Not the hours I wanted, but I just have to roll with it. So I finished at 29.9 hours cumulative after 3 weeks. And yeah, it was still good. And you know what? My takeaway though, there was a moment where we were up there and clouds were coming over and we're flying around and it was Saturday, like everyone's out there in this practice area. And Bonnie just out of the blue goes, I'm still amazed by this. And I go, flying? She's like, yeah. And we just kind of had this moment, me at 30 hours roughly, and her at 550, whatever, right? Like in that range. And she still loves it. And I'm like, oh, see, that's what I want. That's what I want. And that's what you want too. If it's not flying, great. If you don't have a passion, everyone's like, what's your why? I don't know. I was always a struggle with that. But she found something that she loves enough to do over and over and over, and then teach the likes of me. How awesome is that? Like, she didn't know, because I'm pretty good, but I got kind of emotional up there. I'm like, keep your shit together, man. Oh, you can't say that. We'll see if YouTube finds it. Anyways, it was just really cool to see where I'm at versus where she's at, and see that at some point in the future, I'll be where she's at, and I'll be in the right seat, hopefully, and there'll be some other, maybe one of you will be in my left seat, and we'll be doing all of these conversations too. So that's my end of the week. Again, just shy of 30 hours. I thought we should have done one more steep turn. Probably could have got an extra 6 minutes or flown slower back to the airport so I get rounded it up to 30, but I'm guessing we'll get it on Monday morning at some point. So thanks for following me. Subscribe. What's the other one over here? Watch a previous video and like and comment and all the rest. And I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day weekend. Make sure you love on your mama. You wouldn't be here without her, literally. Okay, bye.